How important is money in Japan? Let's find out.
Compared to Paris, Seoul, and Tokyo, not that expensive.
Yeah.
Over here, people are very respectful and it's very considerate of like living conditions and stuff.
Yes, a lot.
You're saying that all the time?
It's not that serious, you know?
So you have livable apartments, you have micro apartments out here.
At one point, if you receive money from abroad, you can afford more in Japan. Meow, meow.
All right. How long you been in Japan for?
3 months.
Nice. You plan on being here for the long term?
I have a 2 years contract in
Nice.
my company. I work for the global market, so
Okay.
I use English and French.
So you have livable apartments, you have micro apartments out here. So my first question to you is, how do you find the living conditions out here, considering your job? Do you find it livable or unbearable? Could you go into
So
detail?
that's gonna be my own opinion.
Right.
But I feel like in New York City,
Right.
it's way more expensive than here.
Right.
When I was a student,
Right.
I chose not to live in Paris because I realized Paris
Right.
cost of life was so expensive.
Right.
And when I made some research, I also realized that New York was really, really expensive. But you know,
right.
when I lived in Seoul before, I lived 3 years in South Korea, Seoul.
Right. Wow.
And I
2
was
years in
like-
South Korea.
Yeah, I lived in South
Nice.
Korea.
How's your Korean, by the way?
It's very good.
Nice. Now I know I asked you before, but how long have you girls been in Japan? How long have you guys been in Japan for?
5 years.
How did you come to Japan? What's the story?
Family stuff.
What's that?
Family stuff.
From
My grandpa is Japanese, so I came to Japan with my family and those kind of things.
Oh.
So,
Are you 100%?
no, I'm not. My grandpa is Japanese, but my parents, they were born and raised in Brazil, so.
I see. I feel that Japan has changed since you ladies came to Japan, because the yen used to be 100 yen to a dollar. Now a dollar is 150 yen. Are you aware of this, ladies?
Actually, yeah. When I just came to Japan, I clearly remember that I'm from Europe, from Latvia,
Right.
and 1 euro was 0.82 yen,
Right.
and now it's 0.69 or something. So Japanese money are getting way cheaper.
Right.
I mean, at one point, if you receive money from abroad, you can afford more in Japan. But at the same time, as you are living in Japan, being not local, but you live local lives. So you spend money here and you earn money in Japan. So it feels a little bit more expensive.
I see. So do you feel the same way?
Yeah.
Right. So it's more expensive to live in the big cities in America.
It's
than
more
Tokyo.
expensive to live in America, period. And then on top of that, it's a lot more I guess pressure.
Right.
Here there's a lot of academic pressure, but it's not as bad as America, where people are constantly looking at you and judging you and thinking
Right.
about how you're presenting yourself. You know, it's not that serious. You know.
All right. So as far so I'm actually from New York.
Yeah.
And New York is considered, some people think Tokyo is an expensive city. I think New York is a lot more expensive in comparison. Have you ever been to New York?
Actually, no.
Any interest in going?
I'm interested go to as traveling to walk around there, but I didn't have the chance yet.
I see.
Yes.
Where have you ladies traveled to?
Just Brazil and Japan.
Yeah?
And for her.
Well, I've been traveling since childhood, so I visited majority of European countries. And in Asia, just maybe China, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and Japan.
I see.
Yes, so.
Any interesting tips that you have for people or stuff that you learned along the way, or?
In Japan,
Yeah, we're traveling.
maybe for people who just come to Japan,
Right.
for tourists, I know lots of tourists are spending lots of money in donkey.
Right.
I don't know, like if anyone could do that, but like if you can create account on Mercari, you
Right.
can get like bundle stuff like and way much cheaper than you would buy it on on Donkey.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
but it's maybe for tourists. Yeah, if you want to live in Japan for a long time, like probably Japanese, like learn Japanese, and you will feel comfortable living here.
I see. So, have you heard anyone say that Tokyo is an expensive city to live?
Yes, a lot.
You're saying that all the time.
All right.
yeah.
Do you
that's
agree with them or disagree?
I mean, comparing to Brazil at least, some prices are a little bit more expensive, but in compensation of it, the salary in Japan is higher than Brazil. So even though it's more expensive, if you're working in Japan, you get like paid a little bit more than compared to Brazil. So like you can live your life here, you know. Like it's not that expensive.
Do you think when people say it's expensive, they're talking about in comparison to say like Osaka or Kyoto, somewhere in Kansai, etc.?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think Tokyo is the most one that they say that's most expensive here in Japan because it's the center of everything.
Is it affordable in here in Tokyo?
I think if you have like qualification here, you can get like a good salary and live like really comfortable here.
Nice.
And if you don't get, it's still you can get like 3 jobs. I have some friends that they have 3 jobs and they still have time to hang out. So it's like, I think it's not that expensive like people say. Comparing to other countries, like I would say, for example, Denmark or USA, some places maybe.
Over here, people are very respectful. The culture is very respectful, and it's very considerate of like living conditions and stuff. So, yeah.
Nice.
And I did notice that, like, appearance-wise, like, people in Tokyo, they're just, how to say, they're greeting you depending on your appearance. So instead, I decided to take advantage of that.
There
like,
we go.
Yeah.
Continue. Elaborate.
Elaborate. Okay, I didn't share that before, but I will now. So, in case, like, it's something important and I want to be perceived in a better way and I want to... the outcomes that would be like more beneficial for my side, I would dress up in like, how to say, in some brands. So like, I don't know, but Japanese people just really judge you by your appearance. And I feel like it's a little bit, how to say, a little bit miserable for people because appearance-wise, how to say, you never meet people by appearance, you judge them by their actions, by their
Right.
behavior. But in Japan, it will be all the way other ways. So just take advantage of that, but you don't have to feel intimidated or don't have to compare yourself to other people because it's meaningless.
But it's sort of just good to be aware, read the air, right? Kuki o yomu, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
New York. So which part
Right.
in New York do you live?
In New York.
Yeah.
But it was very difficult
Yeah.
to leave New York City
Live?
because I had a nice apartment. Yeah, it was very difficult to move to
I know, man, everything is expensive.
yeah, like my job was good, my apartment was good.
Yeah.
But I think Japan and Tokyo is special. I had a good opportunity for me. So I just moved to Japan because you can always move back, right? You
Oh,
can
did
always,
you move here?
Yeah, I moved here.
Oh, really? So you're living here?
Yeah, living here,
Alright,
yeah.
Okay.
So, and I had it on easy mode because English is easy for me. But
We're
over
gonna
in
learn
Japan,
Yeah, Japanese.
I don't know
yeah.
Japanese, I don't know the culture.
You
The
can
visa
learn it.
situation isn't easy.
Uh-huh.
So easy mode discontinued.
Easy mode.
Easy mode is over.
Okay.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
but about the same level is not much.
They're not like us.
Oh, you know that song, Kendrick Lamar. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
How is it to like run like a YouTube like
Yeah.
to like follow like your passion and stuff? Like I think I appreciate that. Like
Yeah.
especially as someone who's like really into like creativity and like
Right.
fashion and stuff. Like how do you feel like following your passion? Like especially because people doubt that a lot.
Yeah. I have good days and bad days, but some days the days will be bad or good because of YouTube. That's the only difference in your life.
Yeah. Like what really pushed you to like go for it because that's like a
Right.
risky choice.
Yeah. I saw the content online and thought, oh, there could be a different voice out there, even though other content creators are doing a good job. That motivated me to put out my own spin on the same topics.
Yeah, especially because like people think like everyone does the same thing. Especially when I see YouTube, I'm like,
Right.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like hard to find someone different. So like,
Right.
it's nice to see someone like to do something that they like when they add their own spin to it. You know,
Right,
and
right.
like taking that risk is like a big jump.
Yeah,
You know?
it is a big jump. Parlez-vous le français? I forgot how to say how are you in French.
Comment vas-tu?
Good question.
Meow meow.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was fun.
Well, I hope you liked the video. I'm looking forward to your thoughts in the comments section. We're still doing live streams weekly, so please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.